I want to talk about the 10 biggest lessons I learned out of Nas Daily. There will be no connection between each lesson, but I just tried to summarize the last 8 years, and I'm like, okay, there's 10 things I learned. I'd like to share them with you. Some are relevant, some are not, but let's go, okay? So I think some of these will relate to you if you're a business owner, other will relate to you if you are a content creator, but we'll talk about from where it started. Why did Nas Daily start? Why did Nas Daily start? What gave me the confidence that this is possible to do? And my advice, my biggest lesson from this is you have to notice what you are a little bit better at than your friends. Simple as that, okay? So, 8 years ago, I had a Facebook account and my roommate had a Facebook account. I made a Facebook status update and it got 35 to 40 likes. He made a Facebook status update and it got 10 likes. But my roommate is so much better looking than me. He was just better. But his status updates got 10 likes and my status update got 40 likes. There's a 30 like difference. And I was asking myself, why the hell are 30 extra people liking my content and not his? And that got me the idea, maybe I'm a little bit better than average at creating content. So maybe I should take this seriously. So the first lesson you should really focus on is notice what you are a little bit better at. And then double down on it. So it could be whatever. If you're a little bit better at singing, then become a singer. Just compare yourself to your friends. That's all you need to get that idea of what you should double down on in your life, okay? The second thing is you want to take a bet, okay? So number 2, take a serious bet. What do I mean by that? When I said, okay, I'm going to create content, I want to take a bet at a platform. I saw Mark Zuckerberg interview, and he said in an interview, I'm not surprised if in 2 years, 70% of Facebook will become videos. It's like, because back then, Facebook was text and images. There's only one place to upload videos, YouTube. But when the CEO said, in the future, this will become a video platform, I said, I am becoming a Facebooker. This is my bet. And so Nas Daily was the only one of the very few Facebook creators. Even Zuckerberg himself invited us to Facebook when he saw Nas Daily because he was like, no one else takes this platform seriously when it comes to video content creation. So that was the bet, and it paid off massively. So take a serious bet on what you think the future is gonna look like. If you think AI is going to be super big, take a bet on AI. If you think crypto is going to be super big, put all your savings in crypto. Not financial advice. When I look at the next 8 years, I think there's a good reason to think that LinkedIn will be bigger. I think there's a good reason to think LinkedIn will be good. And I think crypto will definitely be big. And AI. So I would take a bet on these 3 things: creator economy, AI, or crypto. I mean, nothing revolutionary here. I think we all agree. And yes, Bitcoin is not going to go to zero. So the third thing is, okay, commit to something difficult. The world loves to see you suffer. That is what I really learned. When you suffer, when you do something hard, people love to watch. Why the hell do we watch the Olympics? It's basically people suffering. You know? It's basically people working their entire lives to do something hard and finally achieving it. Why do we like Ronaldo and Messi? Because they do something hard. The most followed man on the planet is Ronaldo. And we follow him because he does something hard. So in that case, you should also commit to doing something hard. That's how you get people's attention. So the hard thing that I did was 1,000 videos in 1,000 days in 70 countries. That was excruciating. And so ask yourself, what is your version of hard? Maybe climb a mountain without ropes. Maybe, I don't know, travel by foot to across all of Singapore. There's a million hard things you can invent, okay? But commit to something hard and make content about it. We love to see you suffer. Now, are you with me? Yes. Is this helpful? Yes. All right, let's continue. Number 4. What I learned is that you should make people cry. You should make people cry. Now, what do I mean by that? I see a lot of you create content about your business, content about your whatever you learned, and it's nice, it's good. The problem with that is I forget it. It's forgettable. It doesn't change my life in any way. Oh, very cool. Like I can just do this right now. I can go to TikTok right now and I'll see this video. Let's see. Oh yeah, this guy. This guy had like about 2 million views for this. I have no idea who this guy is. Called The Corner Office. Very educational, very nice, but that's about it. I'll skip and go to the next one. Oh, another guy who is doing an ice bath. That's very hard. Day 718 of taking an ice bath every single day. Now that's hard. That's cool. And actually, I actually saw this guy like 5 times, and I had no idea his name was Jordan. And now I click on him, and I guess he's got 2 million followers. But it's a passing thing. He's not going to change my life in any way. The only time in which I will remember this guy and go to his summit is if he makes me cry or feel emotions. You just got to make content that makes people cry. And your goal with your content journey, or even as a business, is to do that. So if you see here, Nas Daily Day 1000 is literally, oh my God, what was it? I can't even find it. What was the 1,000-day video? Ah, there. Okay, my journey is over. Literally crying in content, which is something that they tell you should never do. And I really think everybody should do that, okay? So that's an example of making content that makes people feel something. That's how you can get 700,000 likes and 10 million views crying. Another thing is, wrong music. Okay, so does that make sense? When somebody cries, they feel something deeper. So I hope you create deeper content and not just shallow things. Where are we at? Number 5, okay? A lot of us, I'll write it down. Our brain thinks in a very interesting way. Your brain thinks in linear, but the internet is exponential. What does that mean? It means that if I say, in 1 month, you make $1,000. It means in 2 months, you will make $2,000. That's how your brain thinks. If it takes 1 month to do something, the next month, I'll get the same thing. That's not how the internet works. That's not how the world works. The world is exponential. So if you have 1,000 followers in 1 month, in month number 2, you could have 100,000 followers. It doesn't mean you'll get 2,000 followers. And for us, it's very hard to understand what that means because our brain just doesn't think like that. But Nas Daily for 270 days had 10,000 followers, 10,000 views for like a new video on average. And then day 271 had a video with 30 million views. Now that's exponential, right? And then on day 609, I was averaging 100,000 views after 600 videos, averaging 100,000 views. Facebook changed the algorithms, and then Nas Daily on day 610 started to average 1 million views. That's 10 times increase. Every video started to get 1 million views instead of 100,000 views. That's linear. The same applies to money. That's why you should always invest your money. Money, interest rates, all that stuff, compound interest, it's all linear. That's why most people get rich in the last 10 years of their life because of that exponential curve. Either way, don't think in linear. When it comes to content creation, think exponential. And believe that this exponential world is going to come to you in whatever you do, in any business that you do, okay? Number 6, if you want, and this you know, if you want to go fast, what do you say? Go alone. If you want to go far, go together. There is nothing easier than being a single content creator, making videos and hanging out in the Maldives. There is nothing harder than renting an office and hiring people on LinkedIn and then firing and then hiring and then firing and then getting called a terrible CEO, getting called a horrible names, you know. It's really hard building a company and building a team. There's nothing harder than asking somebody else to do something that you can do yourself. But there's truly a lot of wisdom in this, is that oftentimes a lot of freelancers, a lot of people that are single business people, they go really fast, but there's really so much you can do. Now with a 100-person company, Nas Daily or Nas Company can do so much. This summit took me, I don't know, 10 hours of work, but it took the team 300 hours of work, right? Nas.io, building that technology platform is impossible for me, but now we can do it. Your mind can do so much more when you have people joining you and building with you. So I really recommend you build a team. Start with building a team, do things together. Which means if you make content, start with a video editor. If you build a technology company, start with a software engineer, and so on and so forth. Are you with me so far? Yes. Good. What is number 8? Oh, shit. What is number 7? Number 7 is this. If your channel is a stepping stone, not the destination. A lot of us think we get to the destination by making 1 million followers or getting 1 million views. It's not that. Content is not the end. And if you think building a successful content is the end itself, then you're in the wrong business. Your content should help you go somewhere else, okay? So what does that mean? It means if you get 1 million views, those 1 million views should funnel to some bigger goal. My bigger goal now is Nas.io. So everything I do has to funnel towards Nas.io, because I think that's my stepping stone, is to become a technology company. But, you know, the media helps the technology company. Your media, your content, whatever it is, should help whatever you want to do next. If you want to run for politics, you should make media to make you electable, right? If you want to build a cleaning business, all your media should funnel towards the business. The media itself cannot be the business. I'm going to say this again. The media itself cannot be the business. Otherwise, you will become like BuzzFeed. And we know what happened to BuzzFeed stock. This is what happened to went up. Okay, no, it didn't go up. This is what happened. Yeah, this is media businesses in today's world. We create a lot of value, but we cannot capture it because social media platforms are like quicksand. That's why always stepping stone, always. Clear? Great. Number 8. Okay, your media is a trust engine. Use paid ads as a sales engine. I'm not used to this keyboard because I have a 15-inch, not this big laptop. Your media is a trust engine. Use paid ads as a sales engine. What do I mean by that? Nas Summit Singapore. I never made content about it. I never made a single video about it. I didn't make videos about Nas Summit. How did you all know about this event? Ads. Why would I make a video about Nas Summit Singapore that shows up to somebody living in New York? They will see that and they'll be like, well, this is boring, right? This is boring content. Why? Well, I don't care about your summit in India or Singapore or Vietnam. I don't even know where Vietnam is on the map. That's what they would say. So it's very important to say, okay, I've built the trust by getting 100,000 followers or 10,000 followers. Now I'm gonna monetize that trust by running targeted paid ads. It is very important that every content you build, every content you make organically does not sell too much to people that don't care about it. Does that make sense? So you need two engines, a trust engine and a sales engine. That's very, very important. And that's how we operate. So, all of our views are organic and we don't really try to sell things organically. All of our sales come from paid ads. How do you run paid ads? Very good question. It's a very complicated process. Not many people know about it. But I highly recommend you go home and just type how to run paid ads. Paid ads work in a very simple fashion. We spend $50 to get somebody to talk about Nas Summit, and a ticket is, let's say, $100 or $150, okay? So you end up with $50 to $100 profit. Simple as that. As long as your ad cost is lower than your revenue, you're good. Clear? All right. Now, let's talk about hate. We love to hate, and hate is awesome. So you saw what Taka said. Right, he used haters to get the first attention. I really want you to remember this quote because, the next time you get a hate comment, you're gonna be very depressed. So I hope you remember this quote. The opposite of love is not hate. It's indifference. And right now, a lot of people are indifferent about you. That's the opposite of love. It means they don't love you. Nas Daily has roughly 30 million haters. There's 30 fucking million people that hate me. And it's easy to see why. Matt is one of them. So, and it's fine. That we should not be like, oh no, I cannot do haters. Trump has 70 million people in America that hate him with a passion. But what that also means, the more passionate the hater, there's also a more passionate lover. These go hand in hand. You cannot have lovers without haters or haters without lovers. So your goal in life is actually truly to get a hater because it means someone out there is also a lover. Right now, people are indifferent about your work. And thank God people are not indifferent about Nas Daily. Thank God we have haters. I hope they continue to hate because it means they're listening. And it means to the other side, there's also people who love. So remember this quote because this quote changed everything I think about the world. And last but not least, the content creation journey, content creation world. We have had 15 years of social media. Meanwhile, we have had 1,500 years of finance industry, right? If somebody's in finance, we've had that industry for 1,500 years. We've been trading and using money for that long. But, social media is very new, 15 years. So a lot of people think that we have sort of peaked. We have not peaked at all. We have not peaked at all. We're just at the beginning. This is like, if this was Bitcoin, the price is now 1,000. But the Bitcoin is going to the million. So we're still at the 1,000 price. So don't sell too early. And by that I mean, content creators will rule the world. Why do I say this? Because on November 6th, the world's first content creator was elected president of the #1 country in the world, right? Trump. Love him or hate him, I don't care. There's not an opinion on him. It's just the fact that this person has used social media better than anybody else in the world. And that is called earned media. By going on podcasts, the Joe Rogan podcast. I mean, you talk about content creation. I mean, tell me what this is. Tell me what is this? If this is not content on YouTube with 52, Matt, you need to pay for YouTube Premium. Why are you so cheap? We pay you enough.
You need to pay me more and I will.
I literally just said we pay you enough. So this interview, do you have your music on, Matt?
Got hit with that.
You just learn how to use a bloody laptop, Nuseir, for God's sake.
There we go. All right, I think this is an old laptop. So 1 month ago, 52 million views. What do you call this if not content creation? The whole summit is about this. 52 million views means that this is the world's first creator president. Using podcasts, using Twitter, using Facebook ads, using Instagram, using memes, M-E-M-E, memes, right? Like the cats and dogs comment was all around the world. So that's powerful. So he made it work. But he's the first, not the last. Content creators will become presidents of probably every country in the world because without media, you have nothing. Every company and every government, everybody needs media, which means we're at the very early beginning. If you know how to get 52 million views, you can create presidents. Joe Rogan now has reached a point where he can create presidents. So there's something very powerful about that.
What's he doing?
So
What did he just try?
You just stay there and help him.
nothing.
What did he do?
So anyway, these are the 10.
I legit didn't see.
So these are the 10 things I learned from Nas Daily. I hope this is helpful. We have 1 minute left, so I'll just summarize everything. Notice what you are a little bit better at. Let's talk to your friends, see what you're slightly better at. Singing, dancing, accounting, math, content creation, whatever it is. That's the first signal. Number 2, bet on the next 5 years. Not the next 5 days, the next 5 years. Think in 5 years, not in 5 days or 5 months. 5 years, I repeat. Number 3, something difficult. 1,000 days, 1,000 videos. 100 days, 100 videos. 75 days of continuous daily making. Whatever it is. Commit to something hard. Make me cry, please. Talk about the time you got into an accident. Talk about your child. Talk about how desperate you are. Talk about your mental health problems. Make me cry with you. That's very important. Your brain, be careful of it. It's actually terrible. Brains are not good machines because they cannot think of what's to come. We cannot appreciate scale. So remember that everything you're doing is exponential and make that your hope. Use 5 for hope. Hire somebody. If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. Content creation, hire a video editor or a script writer or an executive assistant. These are one of the 3 roles you should hire. Number 7, you cannot build a media company on top of social media. Simple as that. Always think of what's next. Number 8, trust engine. Get the 10,000 followers. Start running ads. Number 9, please find some haters. Please. And number 10, become a president. Thank you, everybody.